Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Hidalgo Crypto, a channel about learning, fun, and crypto. Today we are going to be looking at what are the top 5 things that I actually look for in a good NFT project, right? So because this video is going to be short, sweet, and simple, I'm just going to be browsing and looking at different projects as I go ahead and name those different things that make them great, right? Number 1. A visible and active team. Right, so most of the time, you're not going to be able to see who's the visible and active team by basically just looking at what are the top, projects. So if I just go to collections and I start looking at like old volume or something like that, or different changes and percentages or whatever, I can't really see which one's an active team. But one thing that I can do is I can look at different platforms, right? So I can look at platforms like maybe Twitter, or not maybe, for sure Twitter. You can look at Twitter and actually find some pretty good information about how the team carries themselves. So for example, if I want to go find monkeys, I could probably find that the founder is probably doing something, right? Let's see. If I know the founder is Broby and Mini Fridge. So right here, if I just click Mini Fridge, let's see. When was he last active? May 1st. He got a pin tweet. I don't know, man. 3 hours ago he retweeted, right? 5 hours ago he retweeted. And notice he's not going on and on about other projects. He's kind of just goes on about his projects and other random stuff, like, you know, engage with your community, showing what it takes to be a good leader. So that shows that it's active, right? And he's visible. Let's see, how about Sherbach from the chicken team. Is he active? Well, yeah. Let's see. Look at that. Retweeting December 10th. That was actually like just a couple days ago. So, see, just a couple days ago. And you can also find them on things like Discord and stuff like that. So you can actually see if they are active or not in their community. Even like for Snake Oil Club, it's 0x Urkel. So 0x Urkel. Is he active? Yeah, 22 hours ago. Look at that. See, always participating and being active, and now also keep in mind that being active doesn't necessarily mean that they're strictly working on their project. Being active is just being here for everything. Making sure that, okay, well, maybe right now they're on a Twitter space learning about different projects or having conversations with their community members and stuff like that, but later they will be back at the drawing board, or, you know, working right directly on their project. And a lot of the times their founders are working on their own project, believe it or not. So that's one of the things that I do look for in a team, and a good NFT project. Number 2, a website and Discord or online presence, right? So what did I mean? Let's see. If we go search up Matt Skulls, right? Can I find a website for them, right? So if I go directly to them, can I find a website for them? Let's see. Just tap link stuff. Yeah, you can see Skull City. You can learn about the project, join the Discord, Twitter. So this, just a link tree or a tap link or anything that's similar to this, it's really good. I mean, this is a green flag, not a red flag, because you can see, basically you can go to this page and see where you can buy them. You can go to this page and you can follow them on Twitter, Instagram. You can see their white paper. You can join their Discord, and you do see that they do have an online presence, right? If I can actually go and join their Discord, which I'm already a part of, they do have an online presence. So that is awesome, right? Like if it's just a random project that doesn't have a Twitter, doesn't have a website, like I can go to these guys' website. Look, is this super low effort? No, this is not super low effort. Yes, there's a big JPEG over here, but you can also just see that they have different sections where they have staking and these portal stuff. You can go and freeze, unfreeze. You can check the parliaments. You know, there's a whole bunch of aspects on it that they're working on. And so, yes, they do have an online presence. Do they hold Twitter Spaces? Yeah, there's community members that hold Twitter Spaces. Are they doing events like game nights? Yes, they do. They have game nights and stuff like that. So those are all really good things to look at and see. And that's another green light. Moving on to number 3, because I accidentally made it slip. When I tapped here, number 3, do they have a white paper or light paper? What is the white paper or light paper? The white paper or light paper is basically their documents, the documents of the project that share the vision. All right. Now, can they do something outside of what's in the white paper? Sure. Why not? Right. Can they adjust the things in their white paper? Sure. Why not? But generally speaking, you kind of use the things in the white paper as the core ideals moving forward in the project and the vision, right? That's why it's so important. So over here I can read all types of things about the project and all types of things about the project, right? So they break things down a lot. There's a lot of information to really grasp and get, and you can't find all of that information on one post on Twitter. You probably can't find that information on one video on YouTube, right? Another place where they can show an online presence. However, on their white paper, you can really see a lot of stuff and what direction they're headed towards. So that is number 3. And then another good example of a white paper, chicken.farm. Oh, chicken. Right? I can scroll down immediately. I can see their docs. When I click the docs, I see that they have a white paper. And now if I look at their white paper, look at this. I can start seeing a lot of information about it. Okay? And then yes, you can just click next and see all these graphics and not just graphics, statistics and just the vision that they have for all these things. Okay? So these are really good things to see. So that's what a white paper or light paper is. The reason why I say white paper or light paper is because sometimes they're interchangeable. But it's pretty much just showing the vision of the project, and these are decent examples of it. Okay, now if you find something that looks super duper similar, almost like a copy of another project, then you could probably start to question it a lot easier, because it's like, oh, did they just take this from somewhere else, right? Did they just plagiarize their entire white paper and parts of their project? Highly possible, and definitely would not be a good thing. But if they have a white paper and they are not afraid to show it, and they're working on the things towards their white paper, this is a really good sign. Now, I just said working on the things towards their white paper. Now that brings me to my next point. And point number 4 of things that I look for in good NFT project is, what's their reputation? What is the reputation of the project, right? So usually before mint, people just start sharing information. You see people like kind of share and like literally by share I mean retweet, and also like, you know, just you see some images randomly around on your timeline and stuff like this, specifically on like crypto Twitter. But does this project have a good reputation, right? In the beginning, it's a lot of the times it's hype, right? They haven't had enough time to actually build a reputation, but the general consensus of the community would be, oh, I'm really excited for this artwork, right? Or if the project has already spoken about utility. So for example, Edgy Eggs, let's bring them up over here. Edgy Eggs, really, really dope art, by the way. Edgy Eggs, actually, they are building a sniper bot, and this sniper bot is basically building new tools for everyone that's involved in AVAX, and I don't know how far they want to expand that, because it could go to many other blockchains, right? But their sniper bot is a utility, and it's showing that it's not based on hype solely, right? But they also have things behind it that get people excited, right? They're building tools. They are, if you own Edgy Eggs, these guys actually produce worm, right? So you can get your fair share of worm, which is a token, just by owning Edgy Eggs and being a participant of basically their farmland and their multiplier and stuff like that, because they are working on stuff and they have this reputation, right? But it's not all based on hype. Now, if I look towards another project, this project is called Panda Nia.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Now, Panda Nia, I'm pretty sure they already fully rugged, and by fully rugged, as you can tell, I'm actually look here. Pandania has now rugged. NFT Pandania was their Twitter handle, and basically, this was what the NFT looked like, right? And they were fine NFTs, right? Except for the fact that the reputation of the project was absolute garbage, right? And the reason why was because these guys started kind of pulling out, well, if you see that their Discord is gone or their Twitter is gone, if you all of a sudden can't reach out to the founders, saying things like this, like, oh, it's an entire network that is the reason why, we're going to basically scam anybody who put money towards us or anybody who became a collector of ours, right? So the reputation of a project. Now, the also pre-existing aspects. So some projects are just not that new and they've had their time to build. So let's say, for example, if we have a project with pre-existing stuff. So let's say, for example, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to search up. I'm gonna go on Deck Screener. And on Deck Screener, I can actually go here to search up tokens. Now, if I try to search up SOB for Snake Oil Bucks. All right, here we go. Snake Oil Bucks is on AVAX, and let's see, where do they have the most liquidity? Right here, 148 versus 1, right? We have $148 of liquidity on a 3.1 thousand market cap. And then this is how the token has been performing, right? So this can kind of like factor in sort of to the reputation. Although we do know that the founder is definitely at work, even building, I guess, 3D things, like 3D things that we can order and claim and spend our Snake Oil Bucks for. It's going to pop off. This thing is cool. But anyways, then we look at something like Monkey's token. Now, Monkey's token came out. They were in talks about it for a long time. And then it came out. And what can we use it for? Absolutely nothing but selling. You can't use it for a single thing except to sell. And what happens when that happens? Well, basically, you have people get airdrop the token. All right. Then people start to notice, kind of buy a little bit. And then people are like, okay, well, this thing has gone up significantly. And basically, if I'm making this every day, making good money, let me start cashing out. And then they're like, but wait, there's no use for it. So let me continue cashing out. Okay, well, there's their use. No, there's no use for it. So let me continue cashing out. And pretty much you can kind of see that the reputation of the token is right now is it's going to zero and is not doing anything. However, the reputation of the team is that they're here and they're working on stuff, and they ain't even sweating it because they're just building stuff that you're going to be able to use this Monkeys token for, right? So reputation does matter of the project. And, you know, does it have any scandals? So Pandania was a complete scandal. Monkeys is not a scandal. There's no scandal. And the pre-existing aspects of it, this is, their NFTs are doing phenomenal. Minted for 0.3, I believe, and now they're sitting at a over 2 AVAX floor price. You know, this is right now, if you look at their token, this token is absolutely not something I would tell my mother to put anything into. However, if they are doing stuff to work on this token and bring utility, and guess what, this is something that could really change its course, right? It could really go all the way back up. And then last but not least, because this was in no particular order, but the fifth thing that I like to look at for a very good project would be the security of it, their smart contracts and utilities. So very quickly, security is huge when it comes to crypto, especially for projects, right? Like if they give up all of their if they give up control of the smart contracts, for example, because they get hacked or something, if they get drained, right? These are all breaches in security. But if they're able to keep their security to a high level, then chances are that will minimize the possibility of any of those things happening, right? Their smart contracts, are they using the technology to really build on it? Are they using their technology to really build on really what's existing in the space? Or are they just kind of like claiming that they're in this space with the technology, but they're just selling garbage, right? They're just selling garbage that doesn't utilize any of it, right? That's what the smart contract really can help out with, right? The utilities and what it's for, and then how real this thing is. Is it an upgradable NFT that the metadata changes? Is this something that you can burn? Is this something that emits tokens with staking? Is this something that doesn't do any of that, right? Is this something that just proves authenticity and that's about it? That is a full-blown usage, and that's actually kind of fine, right? Like if I had a deed to a house, I wanted to, if the NFT just proves 100% authenticity that this NFT belongs to that house and that's the deed or the title, then that's more than enough utility for me. And I love that smart contract and it works. And if that's secure, then this is major green flags. So yeah, so if good security and smart contracts and utilities, that is my last thing that I really, really, really love to see in a good project. So quick overview. Number one, I like to see a visible and active team. Number two, I like a website or Discord or really just online presence, right? That is phenomenal. Number three, I would like to see a white paper that is detailed and shares the vision. Number four, the reputation of the project. Was it all hype? Do they have scandals? Are there pre-existing aspects, and what's the performance of it? And then number five, we have security, smart contracts, and utilities. Kind of just bunched them in together because they're all very, very important. Anyways, have fun investing, or not investing, have fun collecting, and have fun looking at these things. This is just a beautiful time. And right now in a bear market, you know what Mr. Buffett says, should be buying when there's blood on the streets. All right. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video of Hidalgo Crypto.